Hi, in this video we're going to show you how to rename files in bulk using PowerShell. So let's say you have many files and you want to kind of change their name. You don't want to have to do it all manually. You could use PowerShell to do so. It's not perfect and there is a learning curve to it, but it's not terrible. So you can do it in File Explorer. So let's say we wanted to rename all these files here. You could just select them, right-click on one, rename, put in your name such as data, and then when you press enter, it'll rename them all data, but put a number after each one. So you have data 1, data 2, data 3, data 4, and so on. So it might work for some cases, but it's pretty limited. All right, so what we're going to be working on, we have this logs folder on the E drive with some log files here, and then a log folder for the next month with some files in it as well. All right, so here are the commands we're going to be using. As you can see, they're not super straightforward. That's why I say there's kind of a learning curve to getting this down here. All right, so the first one, we're going to rename all files with a new extension. So we want to change these log files to text files. So here's our command get child item with the path, the filter, start.log for each object, rename item, replace log with text. All right, so we'll go into PowerShell, paste in the command. All right, now you can see our files are renamed text. But that was only for the files in this folder here. So we're going to do a rename of some files, including subfolder files as well in a second here. Okay, so now let's say we wanted to add a prefix to all the files. So let's say we want to add station 1 to the beginning of each file name. So same thing, get child item, the destination, type is file for each object, rename, and our station 1 that we're adding to the beginning. All right, so let's copy this. All right, so now it says station 1, just like that. So just added it to it with the underscore. Let's clear the screen here. All right. So next we're going to replace part of the file name. So we're going to change station 1 to station 2. All right, so a similar looking command. But at the end here we have the dash replace station 1, station 2. All right, so now it says station 2 instead of station 1. All right, so now we're going to rename these files sequentially here, kind of like what you could do in File Explorer just by right-clicking them and picking rename. All right, so here's our command here. Get child item, logs for each object, rename. Then we have file with the counter. So that's the key part here. And on some of these commands, if you don't have them on separate lines, it's not going to work. So keep that in mind too. All right, so here's what we have so far here, station 2. All right, so now we have them called file and then sequential order there, 1 through 7. All right, so now we're going to rename files recursively, meaning it will do it with the subfolders and then files within those subfolders. So change every file to report, and then we're going to have them numbered sequentially, except I didn't spell that right. There we go. All right, so here's our command. We have this counter equals 1 here, just like up here. Get child item, dash file, here's dash recurse for recursively for each object. Then the new name is report, and then the counter here as well. All right, so let's copy this. Paste it in here. All right, so now we have report 1 through 7, and then you can see it continued with report 8 and so on through 14. So that may or may not be what you want. So if you don't want it to continue the numbers in the next folder, then you'll have to edit your command to do so. So like I said, this is not a straightforward thing, and every situation is going to be unique. So you're going to have to kind of do a little research depending on what you want to do for each one. All right, so as you can see, there are many ways to rename files using PowerShell, but it's not super straightforward. But if it's something you think you want to learn about, then you could do a little research and rename your files as needed.
All right. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe.